Okay, I was shocked to hear this story, but check this out.
A teacher at a high school in Seattle allegedly told students that identifying as straight is offensive. He scolded male students for being a product of the patriarchy. How is saying you are straight offensive?
Now, I was mistaken because I always thought the LGBTQ plus side was for people identifying as what they want, right? It's your right to identify as he, she, they, them, and everybody else is supposed to pretend that you are what you identify as. So if you're a biological man, you say, hey, I'm a woman. I'm supposed to play the game and say miss, call you she, let you use the women's bathroom, all that stuff. Social transition. Which I'm okay with, right? I'm okay with calling you miss or whatever you want to be called. Hey, I'll play the game. But it's so hypocritical that if someone who is straight just says, hey, I'm identifying as straight, they find that to be offensive. They were the ones who were advocating that you can identify as whatever you want, right? No matter what you were actually, if you're a physical man, you can identify as a woman and advocate to be treated as a woman. But if you identify as straight, that's offensive to them. So the hypocrisy here is insane. So let's see what this teacher is saying about identifying as straight and why the hell it's offensive to identify as straight.
Well, according to this teacher, it is offensive because, and this is a direct quote, it implies that to not be straight is to be crooked, which could have negative connotations. Now, I'm almost impressed by that because I think that might be legitimately the first time in the history of that term that someone pretends it's offensive. Like, this is a very unique way to look at this. I mean, it's obviously absurd. This is a teacher who, a few weeks ago, I did a story about how he failed a kid on a quiz because the kid said men can't get pregnant. So I think we know where this guy is coming from. But the reason why this is so important is there are many educators just like this guy who's in front of your kids every single weekday and is putting all of this in their heads. And unless you're aware of it as a parent, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to deprogram all of this progressive propaganda that's getting pushed in front of your kids every single day. And I think that that's dangerous.
So I actually had to go look that stat up. When he said this teacher marked someone incorrect for saying that women can only get pregnant, I checked that out. And that's true. That's true. Like, this teacher should be fired. I'm just going to say it. This teacher should be fired. Why? Because this teacher is not teaching. They're an activist. And they're activists with children. See, I understand that this person wants to be progressive and have all of these crazy ways of thinking about gender. But there are facts of reality that we all must adhere to. Fact: only women with XX chromosomes can give birth, right? You have to be a biological woman. No doubt about it. Full stop. Biological men cannot give birth to children. Fact, right? So if you are giving birth to a child, you must be a biological woman. Now, no matter what you want to call yourself, that's just what the truth is, right? You're a biological woman if you're giving birth. So to mark someone incorrect for saying that, what the hell is this, right? What the hell is this? And think about what your kids are learning in that school. If the teacher can mark the child wrong and hurt their academic progress because they are pushing a narrative instead of pushing the truth, right? You could explain there's some context to it. Well, yeah, but there are some people who identify as men who do get pregnant, but they're not, you can give that context. But if you ask a question, can only women get pregnant? Yes, fact, true. That happens to be true. Now, I want to go to this Tasha K interview because Tasha K has a trans woman on and discussing the term cisgender. Now, I want to be very clear. The argument from the trans community has always been we should be able to identify with whatever we want to, right? It doesn't matter. I can identify as a piece of clothing and you should treat me as that piece of clothing, right? I can identify as whatever I want. And if I'm a man, I can identify as a woman, and you must respect my right to identify as a woman. But now, if you are a woman, a biological woman that says, I do not identify as a cis woman or cisgender, I identify as only a woman, then the trans community has a problem with that. So it's almost like you got to respect my choice to do whatever the F I want, but I don't have to respect your choice to do whatever you want. It's like that song.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
So let's listen to Tasha K allegedly check this trans woman about calling her a cis woman or a cisgender woman.
And two people already, a man and a trans girl. And then here come another cisgender woman jumping on me.
I don't like that word, cis. I don't.
It just means, because, women can be women, men can be men, but cisgender means biological female.
I've read it, and it's like, I'm a woman. You're a woman. Yeah, I don't need any.
It's different.
And it seems like the LGBTQ more is now saying cis, and it's kind of like LGBTQC. And it's like,
I learned cisgender from a cisgender woman.
Yeah.
Like
I don't like the terminology, and it's kind of like
a woman.
A woman is a woman.
And so you gotta say trans is a woman. Like, okay, so if woman's a woman.
But you're a trans woman.
So you're a cisgender woman.
No, I'm a woman.
Then I'm a woman.
But you weren't born a woman.
That don't mean anything.
Now you see the hypocrisy here. Tasha K is telling this trans person, hey, I don't feel comfortable with being identified as cis. Just call me a woman. And this trans person say, I don't feel comfortable with being identified as a man. Call me a trans woman. Now, if you misgender that person, say, Mr., Sir, you're wrong. But that person can do it to Tasha K. Well, I'm identifying you as a cisgender woman. And if you have a problem with it, it's your problem. So it doesn't make any sense. Why would you want to have the ability to be called whatever you want, but then when someone else says, well, listen, I want to be called this because I think this best identifies me, then there's a problem. And this is what Matt Walsh was talking about. This whole trying to be open to women being essentially labeled anything is too confusing. It's like, what is a woman? Let's just understand that. You say trans woman, you say cis woman. What the hell does woman mean? And when you ask these people that question, what's a woman? It's all confusing. Check it out.
It is something that, just as Ethan explained, I cannot define because I am not myself.
You used the word, so what did you mean when you said trans women are women if you don't know what it means?
Right? So here's the thing. So I do not define what a woman is because I do not identify as a woman. Womanhood is something that is an umbrella term. It includes people
that describes what?
People who identify as a woman.
So the problem here should be simple to see, right? You're literally asked, what is a woman? And the answer is anyone who identifies as a woman. So you're defining the word with the actual word itself. It's circular reasoning. What's a woman? It's a woman. That doesn't tell me what it is. It tells me nothing about what a woman is. If you're saying trans women are women, then you have a definition for what a woman is. But they won't tell you. And what they want to do is make it this nebulous thing where, hey, a dog can be a woman. A car can be a woman. Anything you want can be a woman. It has no actual definition. And it's absurd. It's literally absurd. You know what? I was always thinking too, what if this came up in a spelling bee? Because in a spelling bee, they'll give you a word and they give you the definition of a word. But what are the judges going to say?
Your word is woman.
Can I have the definition, please?
No.
Why not? I'm allowed to ask for definitions, right?
The thing is, a woman is a woman is
what she's trying to say is that each person gets to define for themselves what a woman is.
So can you define it?
No.
Now, just in case people are confused out there, here's a dictionary definition of the word woman. An adult, female, human being. That's it. It's simple. Matter of fact, all the definitions are some variants of this, right? A woman is a adult, female, human before adulthood referred to as girl. Like, it's not a hard question. But why are we making it difficult? This absolutely makes no sense. Now, for completeness, there are some dictionary companies out there who are trying to change the definition of the word woman to some madness. Check it out.
Deemed Cambridge Dictionary, linked of course to Cambridge University, has defined woman in a straightforward manner as an adult human female. Fair enough. We might add that a female is the sex that can bear offspring or produce eggs. Human females have a vagina rather than the penis of a male. Human females have 2 X chromosomes, whereas a male has an X and a Y. I think you know the pack drill. But now the Cambridge Dictionary has added an additional element to their definition of woman. It says a woman is also an adult who lives and identifies as female, though they may have been said to have a different sex at birth. Where do you start with this? Identifies as female? No, you do not change your sex by identifying. Reality does not change through preference or pretense. You might make choices and we might respect them, that's fine. That's just good manners and tolerance. But it doesn't alter reality. We can't ignore the facts of biology to fit our pretense. And likewise, what about the woolly wording may have been said to have had a different sex at birth? What sort of unscientific and delusional dictionary definition is that? If a baby is born with a penis, it is a boy, and the doctors, nurses and parents who call it a boy and treat it as a boy are not having been said to give someone a different sex. They are just dealing in reality. It's about time Cambridge Dictionary did the same. Otherwise, how can we trust anything else they print in their pages?
Okay, in the comment section, tell me where I'm wrong here. Right now, this goes beyond what's a woman. What the hell's the definition of a man, right? That's where this is going. It seems like both man and woman, those words have absolutely no meaning. It's what you psychologically identify as, right? Is there no such thing as a biological man or a biological woman? Are those words just nebulous and my dog can identify as a man? It's like, this is becoming insane. Now, I think he put it eloquently that, yeah, in social spheres and trying to be respectful to someone's wishes, you can say, yes, you identify as a woman and I'll treat you socially as a woman, right? That's not the reality of the situation. Let me know again where I'm wrong in the comment section. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.